You want to know who's marrying us?
Are you going to say this right now on Chicks in the Office?
Yeah, I mean, should I not say it?
No, you could say it. This is an exclusive. This is an exclusive, actually.
What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rianne Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Hopefully everyone had an amazing start to their week, ready to get into the weekend soon enough. But first, we hit that slump. We hit that middle. Wednesday. We hit that middle of the week bump. Okay, we can't get to the weekend yet. We got to get through the middle of the week. That's how the days of the week go.
That is how Wednesday works.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. I had this revelation last night. I wrote it down so that I could talk about it.
Okay.
And you know how we talk a lot about the seasons, and Noah's always saying how much he loves the fall and he likes that little cold weather.
Yes.
It hit me last night that I'm really excited for the fall and that I've been yearning for fall weather. For whatever reason, I'm usually a summer gal. Okay? Usually I'm eating summer up.
Yeah. Times have changed.
And I love
your
the
feelings have changed.
I love the warm weather. But I want to get cheesy. I want to get real cheesy. I want to be cheesy.
What?
I want to be cheesy. I want to go apple picking. I want to go pumpkin picking.
Like, do you want cheese in the fall?
No, I want to go in a corn maze. I want to get in the Halloween spirit. I want to get in the holiday spirit.
You just want to deep dive headfirst into fall.
I want to be cheesy. I had that thought last night, okay? Because
I have a friend that we joke, we literally call her Fall Girl because she does all of that. Every designated weekend, every October, she goes up to up the Hudson River to one of those little towns that do like those Halloween festivals, and she goes every year, doesn't miss it.
I want to become somebody who does these things. Yeah. Maybe just this year, see how I was never somebody who did any of these things. The apple picking, the pumpkin picking, any
You're
fall.
Be pumpkin carving your little ass
I don't
off.
care what
Fall
people
activity.
say. Apple picking is awesome.
I'm excited to try it out. I want
Get some
to
cider.
do it. Yeah, like I want to be.
I don't think I've gone apple picking since I was like 8 years old.
Yeah, I want to be cheesy. I want to do all those cheesy things. Okay,
but it's fun.
Me. I want to be that person. I want to just take in what life has to offer. That's what I said last night.
Seasonally,
you're just living your life like a rom-com.
Yes.
Yeah, she just wants to really take advantage. We live in a place where we got all 4 seasons, baby. Well, take advantage of all of them.
Yeah.
That is what the conversation was last night.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to take in all the seasons and stop going. All throughout the year you go, I wish it was summer, right?
Yeah.
When summer ends, you go, man, summer's ending. I just wish it was summer again. Or that's usually me because I love summer.
I think that usually it's whatever month you're in, you're not saying that's the best month because you're over it. Maybe like for the first couple weeks of summer, but then you're like, I can't wait for fall. And then winter, you can't wait for summer.
You're always
grass
yearning
is always
for more.
greener, you know. You're always looking for something else. The next big thing.
All of my summer weekends are booked up. Okay, until I don't know, October.
Yeah,
and I'm so excited for all those things. Like I'm best summer ever. But I want to add in once October comes. You're gonna catch me on the pumpkin patch.
I love.
All right,
it's great.
You're gonna see me grabbing a Honey Crisp apple or a Pink Lady. All right.
What's your favorite apple?
Pink Lady.
Wait, what's a Pink Lady?
It's more like sour.
Does it
it's
look
like
red?
a light.
It's
red.
a lightish. It's like a pink.
Yeah.
Red's definitely better than green, in my opinion.
Well,
let me tell you, it really depends on my mood because sometimes I really love a nice green apple.
I'm a green apple person because I do like the sour, which is why I like a Pink Lady.
Candy apple.
Give it to me all. Yeah. I just want to be cheesy, okay? I just want to be romantic and cheesy. And I just, whatever. You know what I mean? Because for my whole life, I have written that off.
Yeah.
Basically.
Fall.
Activities. I have been like, no. You know what I mean? Like, I'm too cool for that. Not like that, but that's the kind of attitude I feel like I've given off.
For sure. Unfortunately, fall activities give off major like basic white girl vibes, and that's unfortunate.
Call me basic then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they really are all enjoyable events.
I want to be basic.
Yeah,
call me
You're basic and white. So.
Yeah, call me a basic white bitch because that's what I want to. I want to be in the fall.
Are you going to wear a faux fur vest and a hat to go Applebee's?
Probably. I'll probably put on my flannel, the one I own.
Yeah.
I'll probably put on my hunter boots.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear a flannel.
My profile picture on Instagram, weirdly enough, I was looking at this yesterday. I'm wearing a pink flannel, and I've seen
you wear flannels.
I've been meaning to change it. No, I like flannel.
Yeah.
You throw on over a tank top.
Oh, I remember in Boston when we had our Boston show this past, and you were both wearing flannels, and I said I like France.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. He made sure to compliment your flannel, not mine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna up my flannel game like you've never seen before. Maybe not. I'm not gonna change my fashion totally.
Yeah.
But I just like going in, we're towards the end of July.
Yeah.
Fall's right around the corner. And either you got to accept it with a warm hug or you're going to be pissed that summer's over. And what are you going to do? Which one are you going to turn to?
It's not just around the corner.
This is really such a funny proclamation.
Ways.
Yeah, no, I'm not ready to give up on summer yet.
I'm not giving up on
August.
summer. Noah, we're going to have the weekend of a lifetime. Okay?
Do not push summer out the door just yet.
You're like the way you're talking is like it's the end of August. There's still a good amount of summer.
I know that there's a good amount of summer left, but once you reach, here's my problem. Once I reach my birthday, which is next week, summer flies by.
After July 4th, I'm like summer's pretty much over.
Oh, so you're yelling at me?
No,
I'm thinking the same
I'm just
thing.
saying, but like I don't think fall really starts until like I would say October, in my mind.
That's what I'm saying. I am just gearing up, ready, prepared to embrace fall with a warm hug rather than push it away with a cold shoulder like I usually do.
I think that's a beautiful sentiment.
And I just want to be cheesy.
As you should.
So catch me this fall being cheesy as can be.
Coming to a screen
with
near
my
you.
man apple picking, doing all the things. You'll maybe even see it on my Instagram. Who knows?
Take a leap. Take a leap. Sounds great.
And then guess what's after that? Christmas.
Winter.
I was gonna say
Christmas.
Spring.
Yeah.
Jolly old Christmas. Just saying. I am so excited for next week because I am going to the Drake and 21 Savage concert on Tuesday night at MSG, all thanks to Game Time. Game Time is the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, created by fans for fans. Game Time is the ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. Like I said, I'm going to Drake next week. I cannot wait. We've also been to multiple events, all thanks to Game Time. It's possible all with the Game Time app. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. The purchase process just takes 2 taps and 10 seconds, and once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone, no printer needed. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text so you can get into the game seamlessly. Skip the hassle and enjoy the moment. Download the Game Time app or go to the website, enter your email and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Once again, download the Game Time app or go to the website, enter your email and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply.
Yes.
Oh, I could go for some like holiday music.
Right? Like
Christmas in July.
I'm like craving like some just
Have you guys ever
holiday
been to a
cheer.
Christmas in July party?
No.
I actually have. It's
That's
quite
kind of
fun.
weird.
No, I mean, it's like a joke. It's like you dress in like summer clothes, but it's like, you wear a white tank top and like red shorts and
Yeah.
it's like haha and it's decorated and you play Christmas music.
Yeah, my parents went to one last year because I know that because my mom was like ordering all these bathing suits that were
Yeah.
like Christmas
Yeah.
themed, and I was like, "What are these?"
Christmas in July. It's a thing.
It is most definitely a thing.
Yeah.
I know it's a thing.
So
But yeah, that was my sentiment for the day. Was that I'm not ready to say goodbye to summer. There's so much summer to be had and so much fun to be had for the summer.
yeah.
But you better bet your bottom dollar that when fall comes around,
Yeah.
it's being warmly embraced.
I feel that.
You keep saying warmly embrace, but technically it's more of a chill embrace,
No, but she will embrace that chill with a warm hug.
I will embrace it with a warm hug and cozy blankets.
Yep.
Oh, like when it's now I'm just thinking about winter. Like when it's snowing, but you have the heat blasting. What a great feeling.
Or when you're really cold outside and you finally get to your apartment.
Yes. Or that's how I feel now when I'm like, I'd rather be cold and then go into a heated apartment than be sweating and then go into an AC apartment. Because you're just like gross. You're not gross when you're
both
cold.
of the feelings are amazing.
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
when
say.
you're sweating, when you're walking in that summer heat and you reach your apartment cold air, and you sit on the couch and you feel that feeling, like, oh my God, you know, I'm basically just describing how great it is to live in a place with seasons. That's basically what I have just described.
And also with heat and AC.
Could you imagine living in an era where AC just didn't exist? I don't know how people like survived.
I have no idea. I've never really thought it all out.
The place that we're going this weekend has AC, right?
Planet is at an all-time high temp.
The place we're going to this weekend, the house we're staying in, has air conditioning.
Like central, I don't know.
Yeah, it has air conditioning. It's fully equipped home.
Where do you think you're
the
going?
Jersey Shore.
I mean, it's not everywhere.
Give me
my
your-
house on the Cape doesn't have central AC.
I want to hear your anticipation, like your excitement level for the weekend. Like,
I was talking to Kelly Keeks about it. I'm just like, I don't really know what to expect, so it's hard to like.
Fun.
Well, I'm hoping to have some fun. Yeah.
I think you should just be expecting all sorts of fun.
Yeah.
Actually, Marty and I had a talk this weekend. Not this weekend, this morning. Not a talk, that sounds serious. But like you were saying that you can't remember the last time you did 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
And you did that at Montauk. We were saying we can't remember the last time we did 3 days in a row, and that's what we're doing this weekend. And I was like, we were like, let's
pony up.
We looked at each other in the eyes and we shook hands.
Yeah.
And we said, we better be fucking prepared for this. We're not wimping out.
Because Kelly
no,
was
we're
like,
not going home
No
early.
wimping out.
Like we
You
were
can't
like,
wimp out.
we literally shook on it. We were
Yeah.
like,
better not go home.
no.
early.
Well, we shook on it. We were like, if one of us says we're tired, the other one better fucking pump the other one up. There's no, I'm tired, me too. Because that's usually what happens, right? Somebody says, I'm tired. And then the other one goes, I'm kind of tired too. You want to go home?
Yeah.
But
No,
also,
no,
it's not
no,
like
no,
we're gonna
no.
be like there's gonna be some downtime at the beach. It's
No,
not like
of
we're like
course.
constantly like.
Of course there's
No, but that
downtime.
doesn't matter.
But-
It's
but
by
Noah-
the time you hit that third night going
Noah,
out.
once you get out there,
That's what Kelly said. She's like, I can only survive one day there. I'm like, what?
I remember last year, because I went a couple times last year, and we were going on a Thursday. We were going for Thursday and Friday, and we said to ourselves, let's take it easy Thursday so that we can really enjoy Friday. What did we not do? Take it easy on Thursday. We got so fucked up Thursday night that when Friday came around, I was so hungover that I was like, just trying to get
That's
through
the problem
Friday.
with the first night.
You get excited the first night.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe Thursday we don't.
You would take it easy, and then to Friday's the big night, Saturday.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it'll be good.
we literally like we shook on it this morning.
Joe and I did the exact same thing before we
were
went
like-
to Montauk. It was like,
Listen,
we're doing this.
we're a team.
3 nights.
And nobody's going, no, I'm tired. No, we're gearing up and we're doing this.
Yeah.
No
What
wimping
do
Although
out.
I will
mornings look like? What time are we getting up?
I will admit my Saturday night I left
I'm a
earlier
late
than everybody.
sleeper, you know.
On the weekend, nobody's going to wake you up. We wake up, maybe we get some breakfast,
Yeah.
you know? Maybe we get some bacon, egg, and cheeses.
I mean, me and Tommy are gonna be like sleeping together. So
I did have a thought actually while I was brushing my teeth last night that I'm going to be waking up to a house with Noah, and then now as I'm talking it out, I have done that before.
many times.
We have
We have done that.
many
We have
times.
stayed in
Yeah,
a
we've
house
stayed
together
in-
many
yep,
of times.
yep,
But I
yep.
was like, we've never stayed in a house together. But now that I'm talking it out, we've done that
A lot.
multiple times.
But more for work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been on a work
Always
trip.
been work.
Yeah.
So hey, this is all fun, baby.
But it's not like
It's all pleasure.
Yeah, it's not
This
like
is all for
I'm
fun.
a different human. Like,
Yeah.
No, not like that. I just was, because I think everyone else that we're going with, I've stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm
Okay.
excited for summer. I'm excited for the weekend, and I'm excited for fall.
Specifically
and
fall.
all of the seasons to come. Anyways, alrighty. Let's get into the topics. We're going
Let's
to be
do it.
talking about all of the divorces.
Sad.
I am so distraught about Sofia and Joe.
Yeah.
Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello.
Manganiello.
Manganiello. I can never figure out how to say his last name. And Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez are also splitting up.
Yep.
We're also going to be talking about Gigi Hadid getting arrested for marijuana possession in the
Yep.
Cayman Islands.
Baller.
Random, but pretty cool on her part.
The way she's just handling it is is baller more. Is what I meant.
And Miranda Lambert had a freak out about people taking selfies at her concert. And we have a great interview with Joe and Serena. It's more of a conversation rather than an interview, obviously. And we had a great time with them. It's long. It's
a lot of
fun.
wedding talk.
A lot of wedding talk.
But we also talk about The Bachelorette.
Yes, it's good stuff. So let's get into it, starting off with the topics.
You guys have seen us wear Rhoback. You all know Rhoback. We always make sure to recommend Rhoback for the men in our lives, whether it's their performance hoodies, polos, or quarter zips. If you want your man looking good, then get him Rhoback. But now we are excited to recommend Rhoback for all the ladies. Rhoback just released active skirts and dresses, and they are awesome. Perfect for a day on the courts, a walk with your dog, or a nice jog on a summer day. It is so hot in New York City right now. It is humid. It sounds scandalous, but you want to be in the least amount of clothes as possible when you're walking outside. The active dresses are perfect for that. They're lightweight. You can walk around in them all day. They're featured with their trademark GTG technology so that you don't have to take your dress all the way off when you got to go to the bathroom, which is super nice. The liner also doesn't ride up. It has great stretch and hidden pockets for all your essentials. The Rhoback women's joggers and hoodie sets are so soft, so comfortable. If you're looking for joggers and hoodies, you got to try these. They're that good. With it being in the thick of summer, make sure to check out Rhoback. And while you're at it, we strongly recommend treating yourself as well. So if you got the guy in your life, you wanted maybe some golf polos, quarter zip, they're so great. Use our code CHICKS on Rhoback.com for 20% off your first order of performance skirts, joggers, and hoodies. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. 20% off with the code CHICKS.
Oh my God, my heart. You might as well just take it out and fucking stomp on it when I saw this news about Sofia Vergara and
immediately
Joe.
sent it to us. You were devastated.
It's the
devastated.
most upset I've been about a celebrity couple splitting up. They are the hottest celebrity couple. Hollywood couple.
They were.
Now no longer. They were just recently spotted in Hoboken in June. Joe and Vince Vaughn, my two favorite guys in Hollywood, are filming a movie together in Hoboken.
Right.
Called,
they were, right?
Called,
they probably had to stop.
Called Nanas. It's like they're playing right to me. Okay?
Yeah.
In Hoboken, I don't know how I haven't run into them, but they were spotted literally every week in Hoboken. And Sofia and Joe were. And now Sofia has been on a trip to Italy celebrating her 51st birthday, looking absolutely gorgeous and stunning as usual. Obviously, it's Sofia Vergara. And now they're split up. What's going to happen with the dog? What's going to happen with their dog that they love so much, that Joe loves so much, that was Sofia's dog? What's going to happen? I am truly in shambles about this couple splitting up. The other ones don't shock me. Ariana Grande getting divorced doesn't shock me.
No.
Joe and Sofia, they had it.
This one surprised me too, and maybe it's more of like an ageist thing on my part that I was like, they got married, they were already a little bit older. It's like they've lived life, they got the experience, they're going into this marriage, they're in it for the long haul. 7 years they were married, and then it's also sad when the internet predicts things, or like they hear things. Like, people were apparently freaking out about his birthday post for her because it was just like a selfie, and he wrote like Feliz cumpleaños. Well, I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Feliz cumpleaños.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Sophia. Thank you, Nella. Beautiful.
Beautiful pronunciation.
I took Spanish for like 10 years.
And everyone,
so did I.
And everyone freaked out about the post. They like thought it was like kind of cold and not as heartfelt as they normally are with each other. And I always like to give people benefit of the doubt when it comes to like social media. Don't jump to conclusions. But everybody who did were right about this.
Right. So that's the problem with like birthday posts is that it's hard to sustain every year posting a heartfelt birthday post to the point where like you almost have to start off not doing
it. Stories.
Yeah. Like I feel like stories is the way to go, right? Because if you,
God forbid you don't put up a birthday post at the time that people expect you to do it, you're breaking up. I mean, unfortunately in this case, they were right. But
I just want you to know, with my birthday coming up next week, I will not be offended if you don't do a full post for me. I don't expect it, and I won't be offended.
Okay,
you know what I mean? How you've been doing this for years? How are you going to sustain this?
Honestly, I also don't know how I would be. I don't know how it would be my reel from last year.
Last year you included every single picture possible.
I know.
It's hard to sustain that.
I know. Maybe I'll just reshare the reel.
So I just want you to know I won't be offended. Okay. I want everyone to know.
Thank God.
Right?
We won't be breaking up.
We're not breaking up just in case you don't post my birthday. But these two are, and I'm so upset about it. They were listen, we don't know them, but on the outside looking in, they were the perfect couple to me.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like there's not even really much speculation on what we can say went down.
I want to know who did it. Whose decision was it?
Yeah.
Who can I be mad at?
Right. Who filed? Are they filing for divorce or are they just like separated?
It's a conscious uncoupling.
What does that mean?
That's not actually what they said, is it? That's the
no,
that's
but
the
I feel like
Gwyneth
that's
Paltrow
a
thing.
sentiment. Didn't they release a statement together?
They are divorcing. They just grew apart. That's the quote.
How did they grow apart?
How did you do it?
How
did America's Sexiest Couple grow apart?
They made the difficult decision to divorce. As two people that love and care for one another very much, we politely ask for respect of our privacy at this time as we navigate this new phase of our lives. The confirmation didn't offer any insight into the reason for divorce. However, a number of sources have since spoken out to suggest that the split was a long time coming. According to one insider, despite initially bonding over their differences, Joe and Sofia's contrasting personalities made their marriage more difficult over time.
Contrasting personalities? How?
Joe is a big kid. He loves playing Dungeons and Dragons. He loves wrestling.
What?
He's all about video games, superhero movies, comic books, going to concerts. Huge NFL fan. He chases fun, the insider said, adding that the Magic Mike actor loves being out and about and just having a good time. They went on to say that Joe's fun-loving side, combined with his ability to be serious when it's time to get to work, was initially a huge attraction for Sofia, who they say is more concerned with the finer things in life. She has been told her entire life she is... who is this insider? What am I reading? She has been told her entire life she is super hot and beautiful. It really has got to her head, the insider said. She also has a temper and gets upset over stupid things So this insider is a best friend of Joe Manganiello.
I said, as you are reading this seems like a family member of Joe?
As I write that, yes. Because whereas Joe tries to let things bounce off of him and go with the flow.
Really easygoing Joe and ill-tempered Sofia.
The source said that their contrasting attitudes toward life weren't such an issue at the start of their relationship, but that over time the true versions of themselves started showing and they just got annoyed with each other. They stopped wanting to be together and stopped hanging out because some things so little would often trigger an attitude that would bug them. Their attitudes on everything were completely different, and something like that is extremely draining for a relationship. And it was just easier for them to not be together anymore.
Lots to unpack there. Joe was kind of losing me with the Dungeons and Dragons and all the nonsense about all the things you listed. Those were actually like too many things listed.
Imagine being in that house and he's like, she wants to like go out and he's like, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Sofia Vergara is like caressing Joe's back and he's like, babe, not right now. I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons.
At a certain point, you're too attractive to be playing
Okay, so
Dungeons and Dragons.
by the way,
and Joe is at that point.
The insider came from the Daily Mail. And it's got to be one of Joe's best friends.
I mean, Fran, are you not taken aback by how Joe is like all the things listed about Joe's interests?
Maybe the Dungeons and Dragons thing would throw me off a little bit, but everything else I feel like we knew about him.
Dungeons and Dragons being number one is what's throwing me off. Like that's the most important thing.
I don't know if that was necessary. Like I don't know if it's listed in order of importance.
I love that he loves fun,
but I feel like we did know that he was like a big kid vibes. That he loves going out and games. Yeah, every time he's on KFC Radio, they love I
love that he loves fun and games and going out. But
superhero movies, NFL, concerts.
NFL, great.
Yeah, you can watch football. Dungeons and Dragons, Jill?
I don't know.
No, grow up.
I'm kidding.
No, but I mean, that is actually a hilarious article because it's like all these lists all of Joe's interests, and then it's just Sofia's very beautiful, and it's got to her head.
Sophia really thinks who she is because she's so beautiful.
She gets upset over stupid things. Oh my God, she's got that. That's a crazy quote.
She's got that fire in her.
All right, inside source. So that, I mean, that's very sad. They also put their house on the market in June, which had people questioning as well.
God, I mean,
I know.
They are the couple that like, and this is very, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but they like match each other perfectly.
Right.
Like on the outside looking in.
I was going to say, you just mean visually.
Visually.
Yeah.
Those two together, because Sofia Vergara is just so fucking beautiful, right?
And so is he.
And so is he. Like, you just look at them, you're like, that is one fucking
age.
Perfect couple.
I think he's a little older than her, but not by much.
But clearly, you know, it's not all about looks.
That is true.
And they realize that with their personalities.
He's 51.
He loves Dungeons and Dragons.
And you know, on the other side of it, I feel like the Ariana Grande divorce is just extremely transparent.
Oh, she's 5 years older than him.
Yeah. I said a few years.
Oh, I thought you said he was older.
Yeah, I thought you said he was older.
Oh, did I? I meant she's a few years older than him.
He's still got to grow up. He's still young.
Yeah,
he's a big kid. He's just a big kid.
I'm using Instacart on a weekly basis at this point, whether it's for my groceries, whether it's for makeup, whether it's just random things that I need and I need it delivered in a pinch. Instacart has me covered. I'm telling you, I am a loyal Instacart user. I use it every week, probably multiple times a week, because they always have me covered. Instacart is the leading online grocery platform in North America, and with Instacart, the world is your cart. With each cart you build, there are endless possibilities to create stories with the products that Instacart helps deliver. With each cart, Instacart helps deliver all these possibilities with a fast and efficient shopping experience, fast and flexible delivery in as fast as 1 hour, or you can select a delivery window. I love Instacart because the shoppers are super efficient, and if they can't find something, they message you with replacements. It's super easy. They give you replacement options that are easy to approve or refund. I absolutely love using Instacart for all of my needs. The possibilities are endless because Instacart has the widest choice in terms of technology platform that helps deliver groceries from over 800 retailers. Get whatever you need from grocery, household essentials, electronics, home improvement, alcohol, beauty, and more. Beauty is a big one for me. If I need something from a store, boom, get it delivered from Instacart. Get free delivery when you cart your first order on the Instacart app and use Instacart.com. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum order of $10. Additional terms do apply. Once again, get free delivery when you cart your first order on the Instacart app and Instacart.com. Offer valid for a limited time and minimum order of $10. Additional terms do apply.
Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez, you know, we kind of touched on it on Monday because we said everyone was freaking out about her not having her ring on. And I know, and I'm not.
Excuse me, Fran.
But guys, I forgot to put my ring on this morning.
I said, how single of you.
I know, seriously. I think I'm
disgusting.
I'm really getting used to, and it's funny because I have my other rings on.
Oh yeah, we have Joe coming in who's getting married.
He's literally married.
Right in front of Serena.
Yeah, literally married. You guys know that he's not my guy.
I know.
I don't know. I think maybe it's good. You know, you had such a pleasant process resizing your ring that now I'm like overthinking it with mine. And so this morning when I was doing my skincare and makeup and everything, it was just swinging around. It was annoying me. So I was like, I'm going to take it off while I do this. And then I forgot to put it back on. Because the ones on my right hand, these guys are locked in.
I'm sure that'll happen more often than we think.
Yeah, 100%.
And so that's just a PSA that if you see us come in one day without our ring, is probably an accident.
Don't worry, guys. Everything's A-okay. But it wasn't with Ariana Grande.
No.
They were straight up married. But I feel like it was so easy to guess what happened here. And that's what's being reported. They met in early 2020, started dating, lockdown happens. She's not working. She's not touring. She's not they're able to live in their little love bubble. They get married in 2021, still within the confines of the pandemic. And then here we are, 2023. She's back to work. She's been filming Wicked since December. She's back traveling and doing all these things. And it doesn't work in real life. It worked in fantasy La La Land, but doesn't work in actual real life.
Makes a lot of sense. I feel like people saw this coming. I wasn't surprised by this news whatsoever. She, on the outside looking in, is somebody that seems like they get so dedicated to what they're working on, and that can be a lot for a partner.
Totally.
And
it feels like she is living Glinda the Good Witch.
And I feel like for her to, she wants to focus on her work, and she can't give everything to him, and he is probably looking for something else in a part. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of both there, and I don't think it's surprising that they didn't work out, because I think that is what the article said. They were like, they just couldn't make it work post-COVID, and I think we saw that with a lot of couples. Either it like helped or it ruined.
Yeah. No, I think so too. There was some Page Six article that apparently he's been seeing other people already, like for the last few months. I think they've been broken up for a while.
I think they've been split up for maybe a year at this point.
I think they've been, maybe not a year, but definitely like, I feel like probably since she left for Wicked.
Which Kelly Keeks had a good point. She tweeted, she said she thinks this is what happened with Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn, where it's like they were split up for a while, and because not many people make breakup announcements.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have to, but I think sometimes you don't, and then people just live their lives and then see if anybody catches on. Then when people catch on, they go, oh yeah, we broke up.
Right.
So
I think maybe with like the Wimbledon ring thing, it's like, oh, everyone's talking about it, let's just say we got
They literally
up.
said, like, apparently the insider said that they were so shocked it took people so long to catch on that they were broken up. So I think maybe that could have happened with Taylor and Joe. But I think they've been split up for a while.
Yeah.
So it's like, that wouldn't be surprising if he started dating other people if they've been split up for 6-7 months now.
Right.
Which I think seems to be the case. I think what I read in the article was that they've been split up for a while.
Yeah, I think so.
So unfortunate. We lost some good ones.
Thank you. Next.
I'm real great. That was good. I'm really upset about the joke.
Yeah.
Like when I saw that, it was an audible gasp from me. Like
yeah, you were very upset.
Like, oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Who's more famous, her or him?
Her. Sofia Vergara is more famous than Joe.
He's like a bigger movie star, though, you know?
She's more famous than him.
Yeah,
I actually don't even think it's close.
Yeah.
The only thing I know him from is from Magic Mike.
Yeah, that's true. I don't actually know like anything he's been in.
Yeah, I literally only know him from Magic Mike.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, moving on. Gigi Hadid was apparently arrested in the Cayman Islands for having possession of weed and paraphernalia, which is weird because the weed that she had on her was purchased in New York City with a medical marijuana license.
Yeah.
It's all legal, and weed has been legal in the Cayman Islands. So I don't understand how this happened.
It must be like a customs thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you're bringing it into a different country. I don't really know how that all works, but it seemed like it was a process that they dealt with, and it's over. Like
it's handled.
It's been handled. But there was a fine.
Kind of badass on Gigi Hadid's part to have all these headlines that she was arrested for having weed on her.
Well, she's been so funny because it's just like she's just posting like she posted pictures from the vacation saying all's well that ends well. There's her friend Leah McCarthy who also posted pictures from the trip and made the caption, "Being this cute, guilty on all charges." Not funny.
Sorry, I'm
I'm gonna cut all this.
Not funny.
Sorry, I was reading that it was on a private plane.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to get the details on that.
Private plane. And yeah.
Please. Sorry.
No.
Well, you wanted to read it again, and this time you'll laugh.
Yeah.
No. Kelly Keeks wrote a blog about it, and I was like, because you said it must have been a customs thing, and I didn't realize that obviously Gigi Hadid would be flying on a private plane.
Yeah. So I think they opened up her suitcase and saw it in there, and they were taken to the prisoner detention center, later released on bail. They appeared in summary court on July 12th, where they were formally charged. They both pleaded guilty, were fined $1,000 each. No conviction was recorded. Her rep said Gigi was traveling with marijuana purchased legally in NYC with the medical license. It has also been legal for medical use in Grand Cayman since 2017. Oh, it might not be legal. Like if it's legal for medical use, that's different.
Yeah,
it might not be recreationally legal, and maybe like out of the country it's different.
It's confusing because what I was just reading up on was the fact that I thought you could literally bring anything you want on a private plane and then you get off and you're good. Like
No.
I didn't.
No, I mean,
Remember, that's how Juice WRLD died, because he ate all the. All right, no, I'm thinking of a different. No, that is how he died.
No, I think
because they had like guns on the plane and people were gonna come out, so he ate all his drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's something where not all the time I don't know. I'm kind of speaking out of my ass right now, but I think like a lot of times it's not checked, but every once in a while you might actually have a customs officer like open up your bags.
If they suspect things, they can.
Yeah, they suspect. I mean, I'm sure they didn't suspect anything of Gigi Hadid. Like it might have just been.
Maybe they're like, we just want to look through Gigi Hadid's
checking the luggage, checking everybody's luggage.
Listen,
but she
Gigi
seems unfazed, which is how you should be with something like this.
She's probably like kind of happy.
It's like, because really, like, what happened? She had to pay $1,000.
She had to pay $1,000, and also now people are like, Gigi Hadid's so cool.
Yeah,
like she just got street cred. Like people are like, wow, Gigi Hadid got arrested for weed. Oh my God, she's so cool.
Yeah.
Gigi, if you want tips, I used to bring weed into other countries pretty seamlessly.
Same.
But I no longer partake in that.
Right. Well, I'm interested to like on how much she actually had, you know?
How do they find it? Because like it doesn't show up on a metal detector. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I'm assuming they like
customs probably went through her bag.
The bag.
It's like that doesn't show up when it gets scanned unless they could see. It really depends on the amount that she brought. I feel like because it could come up.
I used to just dump it into my checked luggage. Like
I would put it into an Advil bottle.
Yeah, that too.
And then
I would put like my pens with batteries.
Yeah. Yeah, my guess is
Gigi probably just threw it in her bag.
Look,
and thought, who's gonna stop me?
My guess is they flew into a very small airport on the Cayman Islands, and they had people just open up their suitcases and look through. There's also probably a lot of people flying to the Cayman Islands on private planes with some sketchy shit in their bags.
Mm-hmm. I would say she got out of this pretty unscathed.
Yeah, 100%. It's really nothing to worry about.
Not to get into this conversation, but like a lot of people have been arrested for weed and it ends up being a life ruiner. And for Gigi Hadid, she got out, pretty clean with this.
Yeah,
so
it helps her being
Gigi Hadid. I've talked about it on here that I love to cook up a nice meal. Last night I actually made tacos that were quite delicious. I love making pizza every once in a while. Everybody knows I love making an Italian dish as well, all different types of pastas. And one of the most important things about making a good meal is also the cookware that you are using to make that meal. Because if you have bad cookware and you end up with a bad pan, it's not going to turn out as good as you want it. And that's where Caraway comes into play. Caraway cookware is non-toxic and chemical free, so you could fill your summer with your favorite recipes without any worry. For a limited time, you can get 10% off site-wide on the internet's favorite kitchenware. It's the perfect time to take care of all of your summer gifting, ideal for both graduates and newlyweds, all in between. With cookware, bakeware, food storage, and tea kettles to choose from, there's something for everyone. So maybe you don't cook a lot. Maybe that's not what you're into. But there's also baking. Maybe you're a baker, not really, they're the same thing, but you get what I mean. And also food storage, tea kettles, things like that. Caraway's internet famous kitchenware is a staple for any home and comes in various modern shades to fit with any design aesthetic. Caraway's non-stick, chemical-free ceramic coating makes for easy cooking and cleanup. I personally love the non-stick pans. Non-stick pans are an absolute lifesaver when you are cooking. It is easy to clean. It's easy to cook with. Things don't get stuck to the pan. There's nothing worse than making a meal and having it get stuck to the pan. It just doesn't end up as good. With non-stick, it is a lifesaver, a must have in my opinion. Non-toxic kitchenware means food can be prepared with peace of mind that no hard to pronounce chemicals will leach into your healthy ingredients. All sets come equipped with complimentary easy access storage solutions to keep the kitchen tidy. Visit carawayhome.com/chicks to get 10% off during their summer refresh event. Certain exclusions do apply. That's caraway.com/chicks or use code chicks at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. Moving on to the last topic, Miranda Lambert is acting up, okay? First of all, when I saw headlines about Miranda Lambert talking about her concert, I got nervous. I thought, are people throwing things again? Are people are more things being thrown at country singers?
Yeah.
No, Miranda Lambert was just mad that girls were taking selfies at her concert during a song, and she was like, shouldn't you, like, talking about how they should enjoy the song and not take selfies. What? You can't take pictures at concerts?
Yeah, it was a weird breakdown, and I feel like there was actually a lot of pieces to this, because initially it was like, oh, women were taking selfies, and then there was actual video / photo evidence of the group of women that she was talking about, and it was like a group of like maybe 6 women. They had great seats, and they weren't taking selfies. They were taking like full flash photography photos with like her in the background, and it kind of went back and forth of like, because first of all, selfies at a concert allowed 100%. We're not, nobody can tell someone they can't take a selfie at a concert.
Everywhere I've seen said selfies.
It wasn't a selfie. I think Miranda Lambert said selfie
herself. She said selfies,
but it was not actually a selfie, is what I can see from it. So yeah, it was not. Like, here's the pictures. I'll show you. Here's the pictures of the women that were, like, they were posing for photos. Like, big group photos. They claimed that they, like, couldn't get good lighting at the beginning of the show.
They got a whole table and everything. They want a picture to remember the night.
Yeah.
I don't think that's so bad.
I still don't think it's worth.
It's
worth like interrupting the show. There was also somebody posted on TikTok more of like the full video. So you can see like her singing and like, the people continue to like take pictures. This person, I guess, was there and said that everyone around them was glad Miranda addressed it, because I guess maybe they were just annoying a bunch of people with how many pictures that they were taking at this time. I don't know. It's also Vegas, which is tough, because I think sometimes when you go to a performance in Vegas, there are so many, of course, people who love the performer. Maybe they made a whole trip out of it. But there's also people who are like in Vegas and are like, oh, let's go to the Miranda Lambert concert, that aren't really crazy maybe about her like as a super fan. But you could take a picture at a concert.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's hard to get into details of why every person was at the Miranda Lambert concert.
Yeah.
It could be that they're a group of friends that traveled together to see this concert, or it could be people who are just in Vegas seeing. I don't think it matters, because you can't boil down each person there on why they're there. They're posing for a picture like anybody does at a concert.
Yeah. If it did last for a while, like if they're taking 10 plus photos, like I'd be annoyed too if I was sitting near them.
I think the real problem with concerts these days are people recording the entire concert on their phone and not watching the concert. I think if we want to address something with concerts, I think that can be addressed.
Yeah.
But I think taking like a picture with your friends at a concert to remember the time, I don't think is that big of a deal. Yeah,
no,
I think when it goes on for a long period of time, you're annoying the people around you. It's more about just being socially aware about the people around you, and I guess for Miranda on stage. But I think the real problem with concerts these days is the amount of videos people are taking throughout the entire fucking concert.
Yeah.
Watching it through their screen instead of watching the concert.
Yeah. Well, that comes into play with this too, right? All I know is that if I was that close to somebody, a performer, watching their concert, I'm not worried about getting my group photo. You're watching the concert.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want a picture with your friend like in front of the performer in a...
No, I've never done that. Maybe a selfie, like where like I'm like, oh, they're behind me. But I've never like made my friends take multiple pictures of me like in front of Joe Jonas close up to a Jonas Brothers concert. No, because you're locked into the show.
I feel like that's not crazy.
No, it's not crazy. It's not crazy, but I'm saying like I felt like there was more context to this than Miranda Lambert yells at fans for taking selfies. Because it didn't feel like it was just like girls or fans taking selfies while they're singing. People record themselves singing all the time. When you're at a concert, you're recording yourself. You got your flash on, you're singing so that people can see your face at the concert. I've done that plenty of times. So I feel like that's different than maybe like what was actually happening. But I don't know. What that said was maybe like it was a more emotional song. Maybe. The ladies weren't paying as much attention as they just wanted the photo.
Right.
I feel like, and once again, love to compare us to big time music stars, but I think if we were, it's a concert, not a show, live show, but if we were like in the middle of a segment and like a group of girls close to the front was taking like 5-6 photos with the flash, we'd be like, all right, you guys get the shot? Like,
yeah, but I feel like we'd probably just joke around about it. We wouldn't be like mad.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I guess depends. We weren't there.
Miranda Lambert,
we have no idea
Miranda
what was
Lambert
happening.
seems to have a little bit of a tude.
Yeah.
I think
it depends how long the pictures were going on for.
Yeah.
Were they doing this all night? If it was an all night thing, live in the moment. Don't just be trying to get a group photo the whole time. The pictures turned out nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Miranda's right.
She's clear as day, right behind him.
Yeah, the pictures turned out good, so I'm glad they got the shot. But lots of concert drama lately. So a lot going on.
A lot of big things. Big things.
That wraps up the topics for today.
Okie dokie. All right, we are recapping The Bachelorette with Joe and Serena and, catching up with them. But first, let's talk about Coors Light. Everyone thinks about the day they'll eventually get to retire and enjoy all the freedom that comes with it. But who says we have to wait decades before we get to kick back and chill out? Take advantage of that free will and spend the summer chilling like a retiree and pair those moments with Coors Light, the beer that's made to chill. Check out this can I got in my hand. The mountains are blue. It's crisp, ready to drink. When those mountains are blue, it is, it's cold. It's going to be delicious. Perfect for all your summer plans or lack thereof. No judgment here. So whether you're hanging at home, just chilling out, you want to keep your Coors Light in your fridge, maybe you're packing up for the beach for a little summer weekend, or you're going out on a Saturday night and you're getting Coors Light at the bar, make sure you are chilling with Coors Light. This summer, chill like you're retired with Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, everyone, we are here with two very special guests, the lovely Serena and Joe, hosts of Bachelor Happy Hour, the new hosts, and our friends. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for
having
having
us. Your friends.
Yeah, I mean, it feels weird to be like, the hosts of Bachelor Happy Hour, acting like we've never talked to you
we
before.
were just talking we've actually used all of our allotted time for this interview to just chat and catch up. We haven't seen you guys in a while.
This is Serena's first Chicks in the Office.
Yeah, I've never been on the
What?
podcast.
Yeah,
I know.
technically, yeah.
Which is crazy because I've done your live show twice.
Yeah.
And I've done Cutting Stems. So I've seen your old office, but I've never been on Chicks in the Office as a guest on your podcast.
Wow. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Sorry.
joining us.
I'm honored to be here.
Like
Maybe
that shouldn't have been the case.
Right. I feel like because it just feels like you've been on. We also haven't talked about how we ran into each other at American Bar. We were at that restaurant.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
I remember I was sitting, like we were sitting next to each other basically.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, that's Serena. But then I had this like weird feeling that, and it's crazy for me to think this, but I was like, what if she like doesn't recognize me? You know what I mean? Like just one of those, you just have those moments where I was like, what if I say hi to Serena and in this setting, she acts like she doesn't know me? Like that would be nuts.
That'd be terrible.
No, right?
Oh my God,
And
I
that'd
think
be crazy.
Rhea, I was going to say, Gia's my sister. Rhea, I feel like sometimes you get intrusive thoughts when it comes to guests that we've had on the show that we are legitimately friends with, and then that we see it out in public, she's like, they don't know me.
And I'm like, they don't like
I
me.
was
Like,
so
they're
like,
not.
lost in your life.
I know.
No, I know.
Guys,
It's a ridiculous
We
thought.
have been together a bunch of times. I'm aware, but I was like, maybe in this setting, she wouldn't want me to say hello.
Oh my God, I can't believe you thought that. No, I was so happy to see you.
We did end up talking. She knew who I was.
Yeah, because you were like, Serena. And I was like, but there is that thing of like, I've never, like, I get what you're saying. It's like, I've seen you so many times, but never in like that setting
Never in a
before.
restaurant like that.
So like sometimes it would take someone be like a minute to be like, wait, who's saying hi to me?
Yeah.
Never an American
also
bar.
not true. We
That is
went
a
out.
crazy thought.
We went out to dinner.
Also went out to dinner after the Chicago
And after
show.
People's Choice.
And after
People's Choice.
We've actually gone to multiple
Okay,
dinners.
I was trying to like throw you a line and save you a little bit, but I can't. Like,
No, it
that's
was just
an-
one of those moments where
no redemption
It's
in
like
this.
you know, like the
a wave of
um,
social anxiety.
Yes, and you know, like the saying in Mean Girls, where it's like seeing a teacher on, like seeing a teacher outside of school is like seeing a dog walk on its hind legs. It's like, is that Serena? Like, you know what I mean? You're like, is that like a body double? You know,
I can't back you up
nobody's
on that.
relating
No,
to
I
any of
can't.
this.
No.
I remember that because she came home. She was like, "Yeah, Rhea was there." I was like, "Oh, nice. What'd you guys do?" She's like, "Oh, we said hi." And I was like, "Oh, I guess."
We were at two separate
no.
dinners. Like
We
I
were
was at dinner
both-
with my friends, and she was at
Yeah,
dinner with her
yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
We just
But we
both-
were at this.
We were basically
next
at
to
the
each other.
same table. Like the way we were sitting, the tables were so close to each other, and she was sitting diagonally from me. So you were in the booth and I was in the chair. So we literally could have been at dinner together.
Yeah. And we were both waiting for our friends, so we were both the first ones there alone. It was, guys, I'm sorry, okay?
Yeah.
They hate each other.
I think the last time I saw you guys, I like chased you down on the 7th Ave and scared you.
Yes, you did. Oh my gosh, you really scared
I
us
know.
too. You really
I know.
got us off guard.
Yeah, yeah.
I jumped. I
Yeah.
actually jumped. Oh!
Joe
because
was
that was
Two
straight-
different extremes.
Yeah.
One who's like afraid to say hi, and one who's chasing you guys down.
Yeah,
Really.
well,
I
like I
just
could have
saw-
been like a rabid fan, like ready
Yeah.
to jump on both of them, and I was like, guys, it's just me.
I just saw
When
a
you put your
purple
hand
sleeve.
on
I
me,
touched
your
him.
hand
Yeah.
was- I
Britney
looked over and I
Spears.
had a hand on me.
But it was like out of nowhere. Like I just in my peripheral saw a purple sleeve just like reach out and grab Joe. I was like, oh my god.
You were about to throw hands.
Well, I was just like, who is this stranger? I mean, it's New York City. Like
Yeah.
it could be anything.
yeah,
You
really,
don't know what's
anything
happening.
could happen.
It is true.
So what's new with you guys? Fill us in.
I'm trying to think. What's new with us? I just got back from my
Happy
Bachelorette.
I was gonna say you just had your Bachelorette. How was it?
It was really
was-
fun.
Vegas. Why Vegas?
I've never been to Vegas.
Okay.
So, and most of my friends, everyone that came except for one person had never been to Vegas.
Okay.
What's your
Joe?
beef with Vegas?
I
Yeah, it felt
I don't know.
judgmental.
No.
I'm all for the
I feel
Vegas
like
Bachelorette.
Vegas is always such a classic
cliche.
choice, but I think girls have strayed from Vegas
Yes.
in the last couple of years. There's like other
It's a lot
places
more
that
like
people pick.
Arizona,
But you guys are also
Cabo.
getting married. Like Charles, is that a public?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
public.
okay.
Honestly,
I was like,
at this point,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I've like said the wedding date and
Okay,
location
okay.
and time.
I was
on
like,
some
damn, I hope I
podcasts.
don't want
we
everyone
are
to tell.
married already,
Yeah, you
too.
are married already. Yes. Charleston is such like a hot spot too for bachelorettes, but like Vegas is such a classic choice. But I feel like it has other places have been added. It used to like just be Vegas.
I would agree with you on that. Like
Where would you
Nashville.
expect me to go?
Scottsdale,
Really? You think I'm a Scottsdale guy?
maybe. I feel like you're not a Vegas guy.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God, I'm
I
like-
feel like Vegas, like gambling. Like,
Joe
Yeah,
goes to
I love
Vegas
to
twice a
gamble.
year
Okay,
and is a
okay.
like absolute degenerate gambler.
Yeah.
Actually, wait a second.
Way to air that out
You
there.
know what?
Jesus.
I
husband's a
completely regret
degenerate.
my pick because I know that about you.
Yeah.
I've seen you watch football games where
Yeah,
you're like just freaking out.
Yeah, you saw me gamble. Like we've been gambling
yes.
together.
Yes. Okay. Fair. So you're both going to do Vegas.
I already did it.
You already did it.
Yeah.
Was it? I feel like I didn't see that on social media. Was
No,
that
he posted
low-key?
like one story of like
Yeah.
an IV treatment.
Wow.
I think that was it.
Wow, that's so discreet.
It was so
so
top
discreet of you.
secret.
And I hit a slot.
Okay.
So
I like that. I like the idea of the classic Vegas
It was
Bachelor,
fun.
Bachelorette.
Yeah, I was just like, I had Lori's Cabo trip already booked like 2 weeks before I was going to be doing my Bachelorette. So I was like, I don't really need to go somewhere beachy like 2 weeks in a row. And yeah, I just was like, it'll be fun. Like we got some hookups with like Tao and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Venetian and stuff, which was fun to like go on a trip like that, like with all like my home friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, none of us have been here. Like, it'll be exciting. My
Yeah.
parents like love Vegas. They've been like 10 times. They got married in Vegas.
Oh, amazing.
Joe loves Vegas. He goes twice a year. So I was just like, yeah, like let's do it. It'll be a good time.
I
And that's
love
crazy.
that.
You've never been.
No, I've never been. Well, because I'm trying to think. I turned 21 like pre-pandemic, but then I think like when I would have gone, like my parents always said like, oh, when your sister turns 21, we'll all go
All
to
go, right,
Vegas
right,
or
right.
like. I feel like Vegas for Torontonians like isn't as much of a hot spot as it is for you guys. Like I don't have a lot of friends that have been there, and it's more of like a bachelorette destination. I'm the first friend to get married, so like there's just nothing that's like brought me there. And then Joe always just goes with his guy friends. I never catch the invite on those trips.
I grew up next to a racetrack, like horses, so like I was gambling at 12.
It's just in your blood.
Vegas is just calling his name.
It's just it's the slots.
Gambling.
Your name.
Vegas runs in my family too. My parents used to go every year. They renewed their vows there with the Elvis.
Stop it!
Their 25th anniversary, and I've only been to Vegas, but when I was in 5th grade, and like.
Okay,
I was just like standing in the casinos. Like,
I was
as a kid
surprised
while
how
my
many
parents
kids
were
were there.
gambling.
Like we were walking home,
a lot of kids
from the club at like 3 a.m. and there was kids running around in the casino. I was like, "This is way past your bedtime. What are you doing?"
It was awesome. Like I couldn't do anything, but as a kid being there, you feel so cool.
Yeah.
because you're just surrounded by all adults and like
adult activities.
Yeah, like my parents were like, "All right, you could just stand here."
all those shows and stuff. I went to
a cool magic show.
Yeah,
there.
all those like. I was terrified when I went to Vegas. I went. When did I go? Not that long ago.
Last year.
For Jonas Brothers did a bunch of shows in Vegas.
Okay.
I went for like a full weekend, and I am not a gambler, and I was like legit I was like, because Vegas feels so serious.
I'm
to me.
not a gambler
Put me at
either.
like a blackjack table in the Poconos. Maybe I'll try. It's like
Poconos.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like a
What year were you born?
a less serious casino type
like the
place.
Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like somewhere where I feel like everybody isn't staring at me that I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Vegas, like
so
walking up to a blackjack table scared the shit out of me. I only played on the computer.
So what we did the first night we went and gambled, we just did like roulette or like things that are pretty easy. And then the second day we were there, we went to another casino at another hotel, just to, like check it out, and we ended up it was empty where we were. Like the Venetian casino was slammed 24/7.
Yeah.
Where we went, it was like totally dead. So we went to a craps table and we were like, "Can you just like explain this to us? Because like we don't know what we're doing." And they were like, "Oh yeah, of course, no problem." Like great.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
Yeah, and then
Where,
we
like,
went
I can
back
have
to the
someone
Venetian
teach
and
me
we're
what I'm
like,
doing.
"Okay, we know what's up now.
Exactly.
We're back to
You
play."
came ready. Yeah.
I just don't want like some old salty Vegas vet like sitting next to me and being like, "Get this,
Well, yeah.
get off the
Well,
table."
and I
They
can
also probably
imagine-
deal with it all the time though. Like if you're
Yeah, I'm
like,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like they know that people are
Yeah.
it's a touristy spot.
But I can imagine like for you as someone who like is a gambler and knows what they're doing and is like putting more than $25 on the table, like if
Well,
a
if you
group
sat
of
down,
girls,
if you sat down on my table, I'd get mad.
yeah, no, 100%. Like if
Not the
I,
salty Vegas
Yes.
guy. I'd be like,
Yes.
what is she doing?
if
Yes.
me and my 7 girlfriends who don't gamble came, he'd be like, "Get the hell off this table."
And then like you end up winning.
Oh yeah, that would ruin his whole night.
No, it wouldn't. I would want you to win.
No,
I don't
but if
want
you didn't
people
know
to
me
lose.
No,
yeah,
if
like
it-
a random
it was-
girl
if it
that
was
knows
just a
what she's doing
Serena
comes
type-
and sits down.
and gets lucky.
Yeah.
That would ruin your
Do
whole
you guys know?
No, that wouldn't.
Do you know where you're going for your bachelorettes? I mean, that's an early question, but do you have any
No,
in mind?
we've
Vegas.
thrown out some ideas.
Vegas is up there for me for
Yeah.
sure, but
It was
I'm
really
not
fun.
100% sure.
Vegas would be very fun for you.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking maybe Miami. I'm
Miami's
not positive
fun.
on that.
I was going to
But-
do Miami, but the issue was my bachelor party was like 2 weeks ago, and no one goes to Miami in the summer.
Yeah. Super fair. Definitely don't want to be in Miami, Miami in July.
Gotcha.
That's why I feel like timing wise, Miami would make sense.
Apparently, Scottsdale is like the #1 bachelorette destination in the United States.
Let me tell you,
yeah.
we were in Scottsdale.
when we went to
for-
Scottsdale, it was Bachelorette Central.
But why? What is so exciting about it?
I liked it. I didn't love it, and I certainly didn't love the clientele of the creepy men on their bachelor parties. Like we were just trying to hang out at the pool where we were staying. I think it was the W, right?
Yeah.
We were staying there. Our show was there, and just like the creepiest guys you could imagine hanging around the hotel.
Well, it's like a college town of guys that graduated college and stayed there.
Yeah.
A guy was talking to us in the elevator and none of us answered, and he turned to his friend. He was like, "I guess they don't speak English." And I was like,
You're like, you're right. That's
"No,
the
we're
only possible reason
just
I could be
ignoring
ignoring you.
Yeah.
I know. I think people feel like it has that mini party scene, so it's not like as crazy as
It's not
doing Vegas, but
expensive.
it's less. Yeah, like it's more affordable to get some massive Airbnb with some crazy like spa pool and like kind of like throw
Yes.
bangers like within the
Gotcha.
house. I
That makes
think
sense.
is because I mean even the bars we went to, like, it was all bachelorette parties and bachelor parties.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like Nashville is the same way, but Nashville's a lot of fun.
Nashville's really fun.
Just not my vibe for like a bachelor. Like,
Yeah. I did Charleston for one of my good friends did Charleston for a bachelorette in April, March, somewhere around there. It was awesome.
Charleston's really
so
fun.
Did you go to Hall's Chop House?
No.
It's not giving Bachelorette. It's like a
It is
steakhouse.
not, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I have a cousin that goes to college of Charleston. Anytime my grandparents go and visit him, they take him there.
Okay.
That's
Why
like,
did you guys decide on Charleston for the wedding? It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, no idea. We just kind of we were trying.
it's
to figure
actually
out,
a beautiful wedding destination.
Didn't
Like
Haley and Justin Bieber get?
They
Yeah.
did. So
Charleston?
they got married in Hilton Head in the Palmetto Bluffs.
Palmetto Bluffs, which
Which
we
I've
looked.
been to.
We looked at that, but that was like it would cost like
Basically,
$1 million.
you'd have to have you'd have to have like a 750 person guest list to like comfortably hit the minimum spend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
But it's
that
a
is
beautiful
crazy.
venue.
But we were just winging it. We picked like 3 places in the States. I think it was Vegas, South Carolina, and like Austin, Texas.
And Nashville. We were
And
looking at
Nashville.
too. We just
And we
wanted
flew to South Carolina first, and I was like, this place
Yeah.
works. And Susan's like, yeah, I like it. I was like, all right.
Yeah, we really just wanted
We're super interested. you know?
because we knew we were gonna make people travel for our wedding because Toronto, Chicago, like we were like, we'll just pick somewhere that's neither of those places, so we're not like favoriting one side. And we were like, let's just pick somewhere that's fun for the weekend, like somewhere that people want to go, that they can like enjoy a long weekend there.
Right.
So that's kind of how we narrowed it down to like the 4 places, and then Charleston had our favorite venue, and we really weren't interested in like venue shopping and like flying around. We were like, let's just go here, and if we like it, we'll just take
boom,
this place.
done.
And
Yeah.
it was pretty that simple.
Easy
Yeah.
peasy.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's good too, because you guys, it's like you're really worrying more about the party and having like
We
an
just want it to be
event,
fun.
you know?
Yeah,
you're-
'cause,
and
like you
also-
said, already married.
Exactly.
And you're not dead set on one of those places anyway, so like there's no reason to go check them all out if you like.
Literally. We were like, if we hate the Charleston one, then we'll go to the Austin one. And then honestly, if we hate the Austin one, we'll probably just do the Austin one because I'm not going to
Then we'll just pick between those two.
Yeah.
You know what we're doing for dessert? Espresso martinis.
That's part of the dessert. Yeah.
Yeah, that
we're
is
gonna
nice.
do.
Isn't that-
I'm
that's
seeing
nice,
that
huh?
more now.
Oh, really? That's a
yeah.
thing? Damn, I thought
No,
it
but
was-
I think it's a good thing.
yeah.
No, that's a great idea.
Well, because I feel like you sit at the dinner for so long, and we're trying to have a quick dinner too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be sitting that long. And then like you're like, you need something to like get people up and going again
Yeah.
for the night portion.
I-
Weddings are long.
I
I've just
agree.
we've gone to like 3
You get
weddings
really
this year.
tired, like, and you're like, dang, like, how do you like
They're
half
so
the
long.
half the
people are
crowd
waiting for the
falls
coffee
off.
cart to
Right.
roll out, so might as well
Yeah.
put vodka in it.
Yeah.
It's
Literally.
genius. Yeah.
But my wedding planner was like, we're gonna do mini espresso martinis, and I was like, why not just full large glasses? And she's like, well, it's up to you, but she's like, you'll get people that have never had one before and don't realize like how strong they are, and they'll like down 2 of them because they're so delicious, and then all of a sudden you have like your grandma's fucked up in the corner.
Smart.
That's
Oh
why.
my
That's
God,
why these
that
planners
is-
think of
that is
everything. You know,
genius.
That's why you need a planner. I would not think of that. I'd be like, let's
why they
get
think of
full size
everything.
ones in front of every table.
Let me tell you, there is so much that goes into this thing.
Oh,
Have you guys started yet?
a little bit. Yeah.
I just talked to a planner today, and
I know,
my
I've
head
talked to a
is
bunch as
like
well.
just going in circles.
It's a
I just
lot.
can't decide on a place. Like,
Yeah.
well, both of us, we just can't. We have so many different options.
Ria's had a hilarious jump from places like location wise.
And I still go back in my head, like destination versus. There's just something about Long Island venues that just don't do it for me. And we're both from Long Island, and we both have been to a ton of Long Island weddings, and they are pretty much the same thing. There's a couple that are like so beautiful and really stand out. And then so we were thinking destination and all these other places. And 1 minute I'm like, yeah, we got to do destination. The next second I'm like, ooh, that seems like a lot, like making
Yeah.
everyone travel. So I am literally all over
There's
the
pros
place.
and cons to both, because like
Yeah.
our thing with destination was like everyone comes and like you leave your kids at home, you leave your like life problems at home, and like everyone's on vacation, so you get people in full vacation mode,
Yeah.
which is so fun. But then
I don't
it's
think you leave your life problems. Right?
no, but you know what I mean. Like when you go to a
forget
wedding,
about it for
honestly,
3
you
days.
leave and you're like,
you're not driving like
Yeah, you're like, I'm leaving
You're
work
not
at
driving
5.
for a Saturday night and then going
Fair.
home.
Exactly. So like that's fun, but then yeah, it's like it's expensive. You're definitely gonna get more like no's from the guest list because people are traveling.
Yeah.
So
It's just not easy any way you look at it. So.
no,
Yeah,
wedding
it's-
planning.
exactly.
Honestly,
like
is
it's
a
that
lot.
was I was talking to my family, and they were like, listen, no matter what you pick, you just have to do it for yourself for you guys. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. You just have to do what you two want, because somebody is going to be upset with whatever
100%.
place you pick. You can't, because I've been caught up in the like pleasing everyone else of like, oh, I don't want to make it hard for people to travel or this and that. But then at the end of the day, you got to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
What, we haven't even seen you guys post courthouse.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
We saw you at the Christmas show.
Oh, true, the Christmas show.
But
Yeah,
that was
Mariana.
that was hectic. Yeah.
That
we
was
posted the
hectic.
courthouse video of us getting
Yes,
married.
no, I know. But what was, we all saw the video, which was amazing, but it kind of, like, you surprised everybody
We surprised
with
ourselves.
this. What was the day lead up to that?
Oh my gosh.
I woke up, brushed my teeth, I threw in regular clothes, and I was just like, let's go, like, let's do it. We didn't really give it much thought, except we just were like, let's go do this. It'll be fun. Like, why not?
Yeah.
And then we didn't really think of it. And then morning of, it's like, all right, we gotta go, let's go. And she's like, all right, let's go. Like, we were like kind of still tired.
It was early. We had like a 9:30 a.m.
Yeah.
appointment. Like, I bought a dress that ended up being see-through. I threw on like faux leather pants. Like, we really were not, we played it down accidentally like a lot. Like, we were just like, whatever, like, this is a no big deal.
And then when we get there, and like, you have to wear masks, so they're still mandatory in the whatever civil building it is. And we get there and we go in the room, and it's like this pink old room, and this woman starts reading our vows, or reading like the vows to get married, and like, then all of a sudden I'm standing there, I'm like, oh, like,
Yeah.
like, and I see like a tear coming down Serena's face, and I'm like, oh man, this is intense. And then like, it was
Natasha's screaming in the background.
like crying and screaming, and then like, we're like, whoa. Then we got, then we kissed and we got married, and it felt like romantic, and we got pancakes after, and
I thought that was so cute. It's so special.
It was so fun. Like, when we were doing it, like you said, like, I think we decided like 2 weeks before we did it that we were going to do it. It was something we like joked about and talked about. It wasn't like out of nowhere. One of us was like, let's go to the courthouse. But we made the for real decision 2 weeks prior, and then really didn't think about it. Like, I think we had like a busy 2 weeks. It was my birthday in that 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden in the morning of, we woke up and we were like, oh my God, like, we're getting married today. This is insane. And then, it really didn't hit us that it was happening until we were standing in front of each other getting married.
I told my parents the night before, and this is going to sound like a lie. It really is, but it's not. We were not telling anyone. And then Serena's manager got an email that morning, right after we got married, and said Joe and Serena were spotted at the courthouse from People magazine. They said, we are going to run this.
Yeah.
And it's public information, like marriage license.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't lie
can-
and say no.
Right.
So we were like, okay, well, then I was like, all right, well, I guess let's just put it on our own page. Like, we'll get the views.
Yeah, you might as well take it for yourselves.
So we posted it, but
Yeah, that was crazy. Lori literally FaceTimed me in the air. Like, she's on a plane in the air. The stewardess is like yelling at her to get off her phone. She's like, did you get married? Tell me right now. Did you get married? And I was like, yes. How do you know? You're in the middle of the air.
Oh my God.
But
I wonder who spotted
people,
you.
they got people watching
They
everything.
said
They
huh?
probably have somebody like standing outside that area, like to like keep guard
Yeah.
of just people going in there getting married, because you never know.
and it is New York City.
Yeah.
That's true. We were gonna tell. We told our parents and our siblings, and we were gonna tell like our immediate friend groups after we did it.
Afterwards, yeah.
Like our closest friends, because they also had known we were like toying with the idea. And then we were kind of like, we'll see if we like announce it or if we decide to keep it private. On the way home from the courthouse, this is before we even got the call that like it was gonna get leaked, Joe was like, should I just throw this on my Instagram like right now? And I was like, let me like tell my best friends first maybe before you like throw this on Instagram. And then like,
I was like, it'll do so well.
he's like,
It did do great.
honestly, I'm happy we shared it. Like, the secret would have just been such a pain in the ass to keep. And it's just more fun to be able to be like open about it. And I don't think we were just like, oh, like, I don't know. We're like, what are people going to think about this? And like, do we want to keep something private for ourselves? But like, no, like, honestly, we're not really good secret keepers. Like, we like to throw everything out there anyway. It would have come out, we would have said it eventually.
Right. Yeah.
And like, it doesn't take away from our wedding at all. If anything, it just like makes us more excited. That
Yeah,
it's
you
going
just
to
get
end.
more and more celebrations. I think it's so special and cute what you guys did.
Yeah, it was so fun.
thought
Like,
it was great.
highly recommend if people
Keeping
are
a
thinking about
secret
it.
also as podcast hosts, incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
because even if you're not sharing too much of your life when you are, you guys obviously doing happy hour, like all the guests and whatnot, and then they want to ask you questions, and you're like, you answer and then it's like, oh,
Right.
did I even want to say that?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
Right.
but
If
if I just said it.
If people say, when are you getting married? And then you guys are like, we are already married. Then it's like a whole like explanation of you're already married.
But
Yeah.
we just did that on the podcast where we were like talking about like Serena's sister about something, and then like 3 days later we saw her and she's like, yeah, I'm listening to the podcast, and then like you guys bring me up and we're like, oh yeah, like we forgot people listen to this.
Yeah.
No,
Trouble
Joe
for that all
will
the
finish the
time.
podcast and be like, I literally forget that we aren't just like sitting and talking. Like people are actually going to listen to this later on and like hear what we say, which I feel like is a good thing because people get like your actual like,
Then it
raw,
means it's-
authentic opinions
yeah,
in yourself.
It's real. How are you guys enjoying it, doing it together?
We like it a lot.
Yeah.
We were excited to podcast together. Like we both like podcasting separately and like we work well together. So
It is nice because like we could hate it. Like we could hate working together. Like that is definitely a thing. And it's so easy. Like we actually have, I feel like we have like really great chemistry.
I think you guys got some pretty good chemistry.
Isn't that crazy? I think you guys do.
thank God, right? Thank God.
I thought it was funny, Serena. I saw your Instagram stories where you were posting like you were hopping on Zoom to like record with
yeah.
Joe, and I was like, that's hilarious. Like just thinking about them just like hopping on Zoom together.
I know, because I was in Toronto and he was in New York. And this was, did you guys see his stories the day that he got like stuck in Baltimore?
I did see those. Yeah.
So we were supposed to
Fucking
record.
Did you
Worse.
drive home from there? I couldn't
drove
like
home
follow.
with 5 strange men who were all cool, but like from Baltimore at like 2 a.m. and I had to be there to record a podcast at 7 in the morning. I had to be at Raising Cane's to do an Instagram video. And I got no sleep. I was at my bachelor party for 5 days. It was fucking awful. And I was up a ton of money, so I had a bunch of money in my bag. And
Joe's like, I'm
those
in a
5
cab
strange
with
men.
5 strangers and I've got a bunch of cash.
There's a bunch of cash burning a hole through the bag.
I mean, that was the longest travel day. I left Vegas at 7 a.m. and didn't get home till 5 a.m.
It kind of makes it even better though when you get home, right? Like I hate when your travel plans get derailed. I mean, we had that happen to us recently with LA where we just ended up getting a full day later than we originally planned. And in the moment you're like, damn, this sucks. But then there's a little part of you, or maybe it's just me, that is like, when I get home, I can like complain about how my travel day sucked and then like really bask in like laying around all day and saying how tired I am. Is there a little part of that where you're like, man, like I could, it's almost like being hungover. Like, you know, when you wake up and you're hungover and it's kind of an excuse not to do anything.
You get away with being lazy for the day.
Yeah,
Like
for
you,
the day.
You could
Yes.
be easy on yourself because you're like, I earned this.
Yes, you're like, I earn the right to order really shitty food and like lay on the couch and watch TV all day.
Yes,
because I
I
just went through
deserve
this
it.
like painful experience.
Yes,
But
we think the
that-
same way. I do agree with that.
That night, we were supposed to record the podcast at like, what, 7 p.m., I think, or
Yeah.
6 p.m.
Yeah, something like
And
that.
then Joe got obviously stuck in the air. And then they were like, okay, like this is launching tomorrow. Like everything was set up for it to launch on Tuesday. So they were like, we can't not record this to go live tomorrow. So they were like, well, you guys just stay up and we'll just do it as late as we have to do it. So we were prepared to record the first episode at like 2 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, Joe wasn't going to even get back till 3.
Yeah.
So we ended up going to bed and recording it at 7 a.m. our time, 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Zoom, which is why I'm like in my robe being like, he's like, are you awake? I'm like, yeah, are you awake? You just got home like 4 hours ago.
So I didn't even get to have that lazy day. But what I did was the rest of the week, I said, fuck it.
Yeah, right. After that, you're like, okay, now since I had more work to do after this, you gain more days.
For sure.
There you go. You got 2 days. now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's talk a little about this season of The Bachelorette
Let's do it.
because we're
Watching.
all watching, and I feel like this was kind of a big episode. I was gonna say we did Cutting Steps with Trent, so people could have listened to that, and now we're gonna talk to you guys about this episode. I was just saying to you, and it was crazy to me that it feels like this season is moving so fast. But that's, you know, it's apparently a shorter season, which does make sense because I did see the date for the finale was on like Deadline, I think, last night because they also posted that they changed the time back to 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
I saw that too.
it's like, I feel like
Very confusing.
I felt like that was maybe an experiment. It failed, and now we're moving back to 8 p.m. I'm
know
not sure.
There was a lot, like even on Happy Hour, like people were commenting, being like, "Can you please change the time back to 8 p.m.?" Like people were not happy with the 9 p.m. time
No,
slot,
we were
which I
not
get because
happy.
it's a 2-hour show.
Yeah, it's one thing if it's 9 p.m. and it's an hour, but
Yeah.
11 p.m.
I'm
for
falling asleep by
2
11 p.m.
hours. the attention span that you have from 8 to 10 p.m. is wildly different than 9 to 11 p.m.
Well, it's just like a perfect little time slot. Like you wrap it 10, you brush your teeth.
Yep.
Maybe people throw on cutting stems in bed and then they go to sleep.
Yep.
Like
exactly.
You like that one? No, I didn't.
I did.
Yeah. Exactly. So what are you guys thinking of charity season / these men? Because they all seem very, very nice. There's only been drama with one guy.
Well, I think I totally forgot what I was going to say right before I said it. Jesus Christ. What were you saying?
The host of Bachelor Happy Hour.
No, you said that the guys, the guys were, it's like, where'd all the guys go?
Where'd all the guys go? There's 6 guys left.
2 episodes
Yeah, like
ago.
week 3, Joe was like, where are all the guys?
And one thing I think with like somebody like Braden, like we interviewed him. I liked him. Like he was fine. He was nice. I feel like there used to be more guys like that. And I feel like now everyone goes on the show, they're so self-aware of how they're going to look.
Right.
That we don't have that many characters anymore. So Braden was such a vocal point in the beginning until now, and then he's gone. It's like, takes the.
That you think that's legit? That Braden and that's like really him?
Yeah. No, it is. I think it definitely is. Actually,
he's young too. He's 24. I think he just like went on. He's like, I'm going on to have a good time, and then realize, I have to get married or engaged at the end of this. I'm not ready for that. And I'm not that into and I don't think he was that into charity.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I feel like that's got to be somebody's worst case scenario, right? Like you kind of are going on the show for fun, and then you just get the first impression.
Yeah,
rose,
she's like
and
genuinely
you're like,
into him.
Shit! So like this is not how I thought this was gonna go. I'm gonna wear my earrings and be showy and like put on a show, and then she actually likes it.
Did he wear the earrings on your podcast?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah, he did.
Down to the shoulders. It's definitely his thing.
He said, "Oh hell yeah!"
I talked about it on this show. I said I messaged Joe and was like, "Is this guy for real?" Like when I posted the picture, I was like, So he's wearing these in his day to day.
No, I genuinely think he's just like a quirky dude.
Yeah.
Like I think that's genuinely his personality. I don't think he was like putting anything on necessarily. I think he's just kind of eccentric, and I don't think a lot of what he was saying was like totally offside. Like I relate to a lot of his skepticism about the process, but he just has no filter. Like you can tell he's just someone that's like spitting out whatever's coming into his head.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing unless you're on reality TV.
Yeah.
He made for the thing is he made for good TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I do understand the point what you're saying about like being skeptical about the whole process, and he voiced that to not only everyone there but also charity.
Yeah.
So I think the reason people have a problem with that though is because the premise of the show is you get engaged at the end of it. But it has changed so much. So do you think that there is maybe a way that going forward they change like the whole ending of the show so it fits people a little more, or do you think that's going to then create a whole group of people coming in that just want to be on TV even more? Because it's already like that.
I don't think they'll ever get rid of the engagement ever.
Yeah.
Like I think the draw of the show, and I feel like Love is Blind has like one-upped them with this, is like it is so crazy to get engaged to someone in that period of time. It's not that crazy to like leave in a relationship with someone. Like you need that anticipation of like, are they going to get engaged? Like, is that going to happen? Like, there's not really any anticipation if it's just like, who's she going to pick? Like, who does she like the best?
Right. Like, are they going to be boyfriend and girlfriend at the end of this? It would just be like, whatever.
You need them in love with a ring on their finger. Like,
and I love how you said Love is Blind one-up them.
Yeah,
because Love is Blind was like, no, you're going to have to get married. Like, they were like,
you
no more engagement.
Engaged, not seeing the person. And then if you get engaged not seeing them, you can see them, and then you got to get married. And now there's like married at first sight.
We've seen enough of this bullshit. You're getting married and you're adopting a kid immediately.
Right.
It's also like,
the
by the way,
show is going to be like, are you ready to be a parent?
Yeah. Like, will you adopt?
Because we are all becoming desensitized to all of these crazy shows because now we've seen a bunch of it that they're really going to have to throw us off with something.
Right.
Because
And by the way, they say you can't break up. It's like you can't break up before you have to break up with the person on the altar. It's not like, because there's so many times you watch that show and you're like, wouldn't it make sense for them to have this conversation before they're on the altar?
Yeah.
But I think they all like have to go to the altar and
They
have
do.
this big moment of yes or no. So no, it is crazy. And I do think they need it, especially for this season, because now like the fucking 6 guys that are left is crazy. I can't believe there's only 6 guys left. Have all been the ones that have been preaching from the rooftops, talking down to Brayden about like, well, your engagement. We're all ready for an engagement. And then the preview kind of made it look like some of them might not be ready for an engagement.
The thing is,
because go ahead.
I was going to say, you just have to be at the point in your life where you're ready to get engaged. That's it. And you could end up meeting the person, get down to the end and be like, oh, you know what? I'm ready to get engaged, but just not to her.
Yeah.
And like, that's it. That's really all it is.
Or you have to be the type of person that's like, I'm just willing to throw caution to the wind and engagement's not that serious to me. And if I get engaged and it doesn't work out, it's okay. Like if you're, I'm sure this was not us, but I'm sure there's people that are like, fuck it. It's an engagement. I can still break up with them after the show ends. Like there's gotta be people.
I did tell you. I was like, honestly, like, I mean this. I feel like you mean it, but like, we could call it off.
Well, it's not, it's not a marriage.
Like,
you can.
it isn't the, like, it's not,
Engagements end.
Yeah, engagements end.
Engagements end.
Like, you could always get divorced. Marriages end too. So it's like,
But if you're on that show and you're someone that takes engagement
all
really
of these things are options.
Everyone does have free will. You can decide.
Yeah.
People do act like they don't, though.
I know.
And that's how you end up miserable.
Yes. Preach.
That is
No, so I think like, especially with what we were seeing coming up, it does look like that's going to be the biggest thing. What do you guys think about Sean? Because Sean is somebody that I don't know if you know, but he interned at Barstool years ago.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. Sean is Ken. Denim Ken.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Host of Bachelor Happy Hour.
They called him Prince Charming from Shrek on this week's episode.
Yeah, he
and
does
honestly,
look like that.
Perfect description.
He does.
Perfect description.
He reminds me of Justin Timberlake in the all denim.
Yeah, super fair.
That is an insult to Justin Timberlake and too much of a compliment to Sean.
Wait,
So
did you know him?
Yeah, so he
Not like he works
as a work acquaintance. Like we weren't like
we didn't have many conversations.
No.
But if you bumped into him, you'd be like, "Oh, Sean."
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
I really want you to show him the Chipotle video.
Oh my God,
we'll show you after.
Oh yes, I want to.
We'll have to show you after.
Oh, yeah, go get Chipotle.
But he like so he's 20. He's 25. So like he was interning at Barstool. He's probably 21.
Okay.
Like he was young, but literally his whole thing was that Dave thought he was like too hot. He was like, who hired this like really hot intern? Like we don't have.
How tall is
we don't
he?
have like hot men that intern here. So he literally was called Hot Sean. Like he was literally called Hot Sean. Like for his time here, and then bam, he popped up on The Bachelorette, and we were like, of course.
And everybody here was like, "Hot Sean's going on The Bachelor."
This is a great story. I can't believe I didn't know
Yeah.
this.
If you're a little too hot for Barstool, that's where you go. Bachelorette.
Well, that watching it, we've been like, all right, he was an intern at Barstool Sports, and now he's on The Bachelorette. Clearly, he wants a little something.
Totally.
Right? Like you don't like. We were both interns at Barstool Sports.
And we wanted something.
Yeah. So like, there's like a pipeline. I mean, there's some people who would rather like work behind the scenes or whatever, but like.
No, he was making videos.
He was making a lot of. We'll show you after.
Yeah,
like,
I think everyone that goes on the show like wants something. Like you're going on TV. Like you know that like there's like you could get an Instagram following, you can make money, you could have a podcast. Like there's all those things. So like you have to
go on Paradise.
Consider it. It doesn't
And I
mean,
think
doesn't mean you can't fall in love.
I think during the pandemic, they almost got like, I don't want to say lucky, but like I think a lot of people were going on the show during the pandemic. At least there was definitely girls on my season and probably on like Tasha Claire's season that were like, I just want an experience. I just want to do something.
Yeah.
Like I'm so bored. But yeah, like if you're going on now, like you're literally like I wasn't stopping my life. I didn't stop anything. Nothing was going on. Like it was the pandemic. But if you're going on, you're stopping your whole life to go on this show. Like you're right. Like you're looking for something, and it's not just love. I feel like for some people it can be. Like you're obviously going on hoping to find love, but like
Those people always go home first.
yeah.
yeah, it's an extreme thing to go through
nod to
just
yourself.
to find love. I mean, they're gonna be mad. I'm saying.
Well, honestly, do you guys watch Love Island?
No.
You've obviously
But isn't
heard
Love
of it.
Island like every day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's
but
crazy.
there was a very, very popular contestant, Molly May. She's
Oh, yeah,
with
I
Tommy
know.
Fury.
Yeah.
They have a kid together.
Oh, yeah.
And she talked about this, you know, people say, oh, you only go on whatever. And she was like, to be honest, like I did go on for... You know, I didn't think I was going to find my person.
Yeah.
Like, I
She
went
was
on
she
because
was
it's Love
19 when
Island.
she
Like,
went on Love
yeah,
Island,
like she was like, I went on because it was Love Island, and like I knew I could like get things from it and like my career. And then she was like, but at the same time, there is that chance that you could find love, and if it happens, that's great. And she was like, and that's what happened.
I think it would be weird. Like, I'm sure there's people that go on that they're like, oh, it's just a super unique experience, or like maybe I'm looking to like change up my life or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you go on the show and you're not looking for a relationship at all, like literally what are you doing here? Like, I get there's other things that can come from it, but like you have to want to find someone. If you're like, I'm really not looking at this time in my life, like that's when I'm like, okay, really, what are you doing here? It's okay to be like, maybe I'm hoping, like the odds of you finding love on this show are not minuscule, but they're like, it's 1 in 30 if you're on The Bachelorette. Like you have to
even if you still want to be on TV, like you end up going on Paradise, where also the premise is finding somebody.
Yeah.
So,
And it's fun, and those shows are fun. Like I don't know. I thought I was like, I could fall in love, but like, what if I become famous too?
Yeah.
Like that's even better.
A little bit of both.
Like,
Question for you: are you not wearing a ring yet?
no.
Are you waiting until? Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a wedding band either.
Got it.
It's we like got them, but we don't have them in our possession yet. So no.
That'll be nice.
People comment about it all the time. Like my dad doesn't wear a wedding ring. My friends don't wear wedding rings. Like
He'll wear a wedding
I'm
ring.
going to say you're wearing a wedding
Sorry,
ring.
my
I
dad
actually liked it.
my
I
dad
picked it
did
out. It
not
looks
for a
alright.
while.
You're gonna put a wedding ring.
The only thing is, a lot of guys have to get their fingers chopped off because it gets
No,
stuck
not
in
a
their
lot of
finger.
guys.
Listen,
Don't say a lot of guys.
Everybody's been saying that. Okay, my sister said the same thing to me about my ring was a little too big. Okay, and I got it resized. It's great now, still a little loose, whatever. But
Beautiful ring.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
yes.
He did a great job.
I can't. I literally do. I'm not wearing mine.
Rumors are going to start.
Yeah.
Fran's already broken
I
up
already
with
took it off.
Joe.
And I was talking about getting it resized, and my sister was like, "No, don't resize it. People have to get their fingers chopped off. They got to cut the ring off." And I was like,
think I need to get mine a little resized.
and I was like, I can't be walking around with this big of a ring. Like I have to get it resized. And now it's great. It's still loose. I think if it comes down to it and I got to get the ring chopped off, but you don't have to get your finger chopped off.
No, they just cut the ring
They will
off.
cut the ring off and you can get a new one, but get ring insurance.
Oh, well, I hope you love me with one less finger. That's all I say.
You will be wearing a wedding ring.
Yeah.
No, I put it on. I liked it.
No, I know.
Mine looks really nice.
It's really nice.
I was actually just having this is kind of fucked up, but I was actually just having a conversation with somebody this weekend who is married, and she's hilarious, but her husband wears a wedding ring, and she was joking. She's like, he has never been hit on more than when he is out with his
Really?
wedding ring on. Yeah,
That's sickening.
I said it's kind of
That's
fucked
actually
up, but
sickening.
That is fucked up,
Isn't
but I
that
believe
crazy?
that.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is I'm pretty sure that the show only insures my ring for 2 years, because if you break up within those 2 years, you have to give the ring back.
Yeah.
And we're past the 2 years, so I actually need to find out if I need to get this
boy.
insured.
You got to re-up that
Probably.
insurance.
Yeah, for real.
You got to get it insured. Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
ask what? I don't want you to give too many details, but can I ask if it's gold or silver or what?
Mine?
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
forgot. I'm pretty sure.
What about
it's,
like one of those little? You can have a really nice one, but that is obviously gold or a nice material.
Platinum.
But then you can get like one of those rubber ones that people wear
No,
too. I don't like.
I hate the rubber.
Hate the rubber?
I hate the rubber.
I am so
I
out on the
agree.
rubber.
mind the
I know,
rubber.
like Mari has a rubber one for when she goes to the gym, and I'm like, I just won't wear a ring to
No,
the gym.
yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
I am so out on the rubber for the guys.
No.
It's like,
I actually just got this really cute little bracelet thing. It's from a company called Ring Bandits. And I got a DM to me a bunch of times, and it looks like when you take like one of these and like wrap it around your wrist a bunch of times, and there's like a little hidden zipper in it, and you can slip your ring in there.
Oh,
So like when you go to the gym, like if you like forget, but you you can put it. So because
That's a good idea.
I got nervous like taking it off at the gym. And
That's
then
the
like
thing, I
keeping
won't-
it in a
I
locker.
won't leave it in my locker.
Like I'm not gonna leave it in the locker.
No, if
So
I
like
forget to take it off
yeah.
before the gym, like I'll just leave it off.
lost a
Exactly. Like
gold
I'd
chain
like to
that
still
way.
have it on me. But no, like mine's kind of loose. So when I was doing my like whole skincare and everything this morning, I'm like, I gotta just take it off because it's sliding all over the place.
Yeah.
Then I forgot to put it back on.
I hate rubber. But
Tisk, tisk.
I know.
the rubber, though, I hate the rubber.
I think it's so
I want rubber
cheesy.
nowhere near my body.
Yeah.
Yes.
So cheesy
So
looking.
cheesy, yeah.
But I'm like, what about all like the athletes who wear it? I feel like it's it's a nice
They're
sentiment instead of wearing the
fucking-
gold.
Well, they're out there playing football. It's a little different.
fair. Fine.
You know what I've been getting so many ads for on my Instagram is like fake rings, like rings that look like your real engagement ring that are fake for like when you go on vacation
Yeah.
and like to the beach and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would just rather not wear.
I would
It's
rings.
just
rather
like
take it.
yeah,
take it
exactly.
off.
Sounds like more work to like
Yeah.
switch. It's just
And also, like, people say that, and I'm like, but I love this real ring.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to wear the fake one.
I don't want the plastic one.
Yeah, exactly.
super fair. We're back to talking about.
I know. We ended
Rings.
up
I mean,
back here.
honestly,
it was
it's
my
very-
fault because I was looking and I was like, wait, no band. But it would
Yeah.
make sense. That'll be nice, obviously, during the ceremony.
And then we can have that because we're not.
Right.
We're gonna do vows, but like. We were like, what can we save
Save
that's like
to do for
special
that,
for
yeah.
the ceremony that feels traditional?
Are
So
you
we-
going to
that's very
do
nice.
written vows, like personalized, or just do the normal?
We're gonna do written because we did the normal ones at the courthouse, so like to change it up. But it'll be quite interesting because Joe and I aren't overly like verbal people.
Yeah.
Like we are not really like words of affirmation people. We're like,
I mean, I
no,
would- I actually-
no,
I
it's
have
so
a really,
funny.
I don't know,
We're really-
I don't speak for yourself. Mine's going to be really, really intense. It's going to be long. There's going to be jokes in
It's
it.
going to be intense.
I've heard a couple of the jokes that you plan on making, and I don't know if I would call it intense and romantic.
Do you know? You want to know who's marrying us?
Are you gonna say this right now on Chicks in the Office?
Yeah. I mean, should I not say it?
No, you could say it.
us
if
an
you want to
exclusive.
announce it. This is an
This is an
exclusive.
exclusive.
actually.
we love exclusives.
Wells.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so
That's so
sweet.
nice.
All of our favorites.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
all of our
Oh,
favorites.
that's
He's
so
the fucking
sweet.
best.
Yeah.
How did you guys decide on that?
He'll have plenty of jokes.
Well, I guess
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
It was actually a very easy decision. We were more just worried he would say no to doing it because it's kind of a big ask.
well,
you
it
know what I
is,
mean?
for
Like
sure, yeah.
you're it's not like, hey, can you come to my wedding? It's like, can you stand up there and prepare like a speech and
Yeah.
essentially marry us?
And I just like text him I'm like I didn't even like say
even
hey
call
Wells.
him.
I was just like, will you marry us? He's like, what?
It's like,
yeah.
gonna have a few more follow up questions.
Yeah. No,
before
we're-
I give you an answer.
We're so excited.
Yeah.
Like we're
That
is
so
so
happy he said yes.
cool.
It's gonna be
Oh
awesome.
my God, I'm
it's
so
just
happy for you
very
guys.
like symbolic for us.
Have I not talked about that anywhere else?
We've never publicly said that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
we're releasing this as soon as you guys
Oh,
leave.
Joe, you crack me up.
Exclusive.
Oh my God,
But yeah,
that
he's
is
a good,
so cute though.
He's a good friend, and like he was such a large part of like our, at least my experience.
Actually, have tears in my eyes.
It's
That
emotional.
is so
Yeah.
nice.
When he said yes, she
did
teared
cry.
up,
Yeah.
That is so
It
beautiful.
is
Yeah.
very nice. We
Yeah.
talked about a full circle moment.
It
And
is a
now
full circle
I would
moment.
actually love. Can you like?
Brianna's crying. She doesn't even watch a show.
I
I
know.
watch a show with her. She just paying attention the whole time.
I know.
I
She's
just
never
think
seen a
that's so,
season.
I just think it's so special for you
It
guys.
is.
Yeah.
I love that for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's
I
a
need
photo
you
of
guys to
us
vlog.
too.
I need you guys to vlog the vow writing process because I really want to see
my
Joe's
God.
workshopping.
I have like a note
Jeez,
on
I'm,
my
like,
phone
choked
that's
up.
kind of like going because like
you?
it's gonna take me a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot to do it. Like it's not a natural.
Is everything up
thing.
here, Joe?
Sometimes I think of something like I don't know. It'll just be like if I'm in the shower or wherever. Maybe I'm on the train or on the
Yeah.
treadmill, and not that I ride a train all the time. And I'll think of something like so romantic, and I'll be like, that is so romantic. And then I write it down, and
Okay.
I'm like, if I say this, like this is gonna go viral.
Yeah.
And then I know like it's not. but,
You're like, I got him with this.
people are gonna be like, this man is just everything.
Oh my God.
See, I'm like a happy. I'm
He's
not
like,
a
this
crier.
is a panty dropper.
I'm not a crier. Like if I'm sad or angry, like I don't cry. But I'm a wedding crier.
Yeah.
Like I ball at
Happy
weddings.
crier?
Oh, I'm a
Yeah.
happy crier to the max. So I'm like nervous for the vows because I'm like I'm gonna freaking be bawling my eyes out at my own vows at his vows. He's like, this is my comedic stage. Everyone
Yeah.
take a step back. I'm
only
like ready
tell-
for the
I'm only-
performance
I'm
of a
only telling
lifetime.
jokes at the beginning, and then maybe one somewhere like sprinkled in the middle.
And then it's going to get really intense.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope you're ready.
I'm
It's
not
gonna be
ready.
the most romantic shit you've ever
Wow.
heard.
It's gonna be so. She's gonna literally file for divorce right after. Like,
that was too much.
When we got married at the courthouse, Wells texted Joe and was like, because we had just asked him like 2 weeks prior to marry us, and he texted Joe, was like, I've never been fired from a job so quickly in my life. Like, am I not marrying you guys anymore? Like, what the hell? We're like, no. You don't have to become a minister, but you're still gonna officiate the wedding.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh my gosh,
really amazing. We have a photo from Paradise that's the three of us, and I'm definitely gonna remake it at the wedding and see if do like a little side by side.
Well done. I feel like you really seem to have thought between Wells and the espresso martinis.
Right, the mini espresso martinis.
I know. A good one, Noah. I feel like everything's coming together because the countdown is on.
Coming soon.
Countdown is on.
She said it this morning, like, our wedding is so soon. And I looked at the calendar. I was like, not really. I mean, we're still in
no,
August.
but
we're in July.
Those summer months go fast, and July is almost already over. Like 2 weeks after July.
Really Joe doesn't have one thing to wear, so
I have to go buy something. Yeah, I've been trying.
Probably a good idea.
Well, I reached out to Ralph Lauren, but they never fucking got back to me.
Listen, they're gonna
regret this.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
When they hear your
kicking
vows,
themselves when they hear that romantic line get dropped.
Ralph is gonna regret this. Jeez.
Oh man. Well, congrats, guys.
Man. You guys are gonna find somebody.
You.
It's very exciting. I do want one final Bachelorette question because there are only 6 guys left. We all may need help with this, but do you have a top 3 that you think are making it for charity?
I've had a top 4 from the beginning that are all still there.
Yeah.
Dalton, I think they have real serious chemistry. Joey, Xavier, and then my curveball was Tanner.
Yeah. Tanner, in my eyes, snuck right into this top 6. I think he said maybe 10 words in the last 4
They all of a sudden on the Forest date were like, Tanner, you're the star of the show now.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep you around
it was Tanner,
longer.
you be the realistic one and make fun of Brayden, but in a nice way. Just be like, Brayden's annoying.
But Tanner's normal. You could just tell he's just a normal guy.
He just seems, exactly.
He's good looking. He's a normal guy. Yeah. So when all the, everything goes away, that's what you want.
Yeah. He goes to Paradise. Girls will go crazy for him.
Yeah.
He'll be good.
Yeah.
But I feel like this season, so she started off with a small group. It was only 25 guys.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know if it's just that she's only had really strong connections with 2 or 3 guys, or they're just really pushing those guys to the front of our screen.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's been blatantly obvious the whole time.
Totally. Who's the best ones. Yeah.
And who she has no connection with. Intern over there, Hot Sean, I know he thinks that they're ride or die, but as an audience, you're Hot Sean, it's not working out for you. I'm shocked you're still here. You seem like a great guy. You're gonna thrive in Paradise if you go, but that's not your wife.
I think it's going to backfire for him because he's been saying all these things it's about the engagement, whatever. And I think my theory has been that he is going to make it very far, which he already has now because there's 6 guys left and he's going to leave.
I think that might happen with Aaron B based on the promo we saw last night because he seemed
and
all
then it looks like somebody comes back.
Is that her
really?
ex-boyfriend or something?
Wait,
that's what I said.
Yes,
I'm
sorry.
does she have an ex coming back to the show?
We thought it was an ex.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, that's
if
what I
her
think.
ex from college was
well, she said
that would
she
be
was
a great
with one
twist.
guy that was constantly cheating on her, and he's probably watching this, being
damn,
I shouldn't have
we could
cheated
use
on
a good
her.
twist like that.
Yeah,
that would be great because now Brayden's gone, so he was really bringing the entertainment.
You know what
season.
I think was one of the best things in Bachelor history, and it was talked about a lot, but we just sometimes don't talk about it enough, was when Pilot Pete took Victoria to a Chase Rice concert, and Victoria was like,
"Yeah, it was funny.
I fucked that guy," basically. That is just goes down as one of the best things that happened on that show. Just unbelievable.
Those few seasons were great.
Pilot Pete, Hannah,
Colton.
Cole,
whatever producer found out that she hooked up with Chase Rice and said, bring him on the show. That's her date. Let's make this. And then brought someone from Pete's hometown to rat on her. That was just genius. That was another level of reality television.
You just can't recreate it these days. I look back on Pilot Pete's season as being the best season I have ever watched.
It was
madness from top to bottom.
There's still memes from that season that come back.
You had the moms, everything.
And then you had Maddie and him sitting at the end with Barb's yelling at her in the audience. And just things you could never. They got lucky with some really good cast members and family members.
Right. Not only did he get engaged to Hannah, that ended. he sat with Maddie on stage, and then in the audience,
Was Kelly
Flanagan was in there, and they were like, Kelly Flanagan's here, and then they never showed her again, and we all knew, we were like, he's with Kelly Flanagan. He's pretending to be with Maddie. Barb is screaming with at Maddie on stage. Just unreal.
It was wild.
They were making TV. That's what I mean. They need more people that are just like, let's just go be crazy and make TV.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what we
need
are.
more
We're crazy.
artists out there. We want to make TV.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much
Yes,
course.
thank you
Thanks
guys.
for
coming
having
into
us.
the studio.
Thanks for having us.
Bachelor Happy Hour. Everyone can listen to when and where.
Knock it out of the park.
Oh,
You got
okay,
it.
Bachelor Happy Hour. You could download it on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you download your podcast. And we release 2 episodes weekly, one Tuesday and the other one Thursday.
Yep, Tuesdays are a recap episode, and I think Joe, you approach that with no confidence, and we end every episode with exactly what you're doing right
I
now.
thought he was about.
perfect.
I thought he was
Perfect.
going to maybe say Thursday or Friday. Like
Yeah, I thought he was gonna make the second episode kind of up in the air.
Because when we used to record Clickbait, we released 1 episode, and this one we break up into 2.
Yeah.
We have 2 parts.
We do recaps
So-
get released on Tuesdays, and then our interview for the week with our exclusive guest from the season right now is on Thursdays. But this Wednesday, I don't know when you guys are dropping this episode, but
Yeah,
this
tomorrow.
week, okay, so tomorrow's
Golden
Wednesday.
Bachelor we got.
So
Okay.
today,
We got the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah.
You got Gary?
We got Gary.
Gary. We interviewed Gary this Monday, and it's dropping Wednesday of this week, so today.
Yes.
Oh, that is so exciting.
I'm truly excited
How
for
was
this.
Oh my
it? Did you
God.
like him?
It's gonna be
Obsessed
awesome.
with him.
Oh, I'm really
It's
excited.
gonna be
I'm
so good. I feel like everyone's excited to just watch something a little bit different and new. And he's a star. I'm so excited for his season.
I think the women are. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be awesome.
I'm excited for that.
That's
I said,
exactly what Rhea was saying.
I was saying that because it has become a lot of people, oh, why are they there? And it's you're getting all of these older women that really are going on for, they want a companion,
Life or
whether
death
it might
right
be,
now.
and also drama. If the
Literally.
grannies are going to fight each other, I'm in.
I'm in. I am in for it.
Yeah. And I said, of course, some of it's going to be sad because there's going to be a lot of stories where people have lost a loved one and
Yeah.
that, but then it's also going to be hilarious and fun.
100%. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
We'll cry and laugh.
Very excited.
Yep.
Exactly.
What else do you want?
What else do you want from
Yeah.
your TV?
Oh my God. Yeah. When he was talking about his wife, I was like, I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. This is so emotional.
Gosh, that's really sad.
Oh
but
man.
yeah.
Well, I'm excited to listen to that because we had a good laugh about the spelling of his name, but it's Gary.
Gary,
Gary.
yes.
And
We
not-
had to confirm that too because you changed the first letter to a J and it's
Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah.
No, Gary. Gary.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you guys so much for listening. Keep subscribing. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed already. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you on Friday.